In the most perfect of worlds, anytime you've got to remove an old brake line, you just take a good quality flare nut wrench and you stick it on there, give it a little bit of a twist, and everything would break loose. Now, this master cylinder, ignore that fluid there, that's not brake fluid. That is a little bit of power steering fluid back there, and this is some oil from the oil spray. So that really helps there. But this spot doesn't get hit with a whole lot of water and road debris. So let's go have a look at what happens in the real world. Alright, so here we are on one very, very rusty, crummy brake line. And yeah, like, cool, look at that. Ideally, perfect world, we're going to replace this flex hose and we're going to replace this fitting. But these fittings aren't necessarily always available or in stock. Sometimes you're in a situation where you gotta just reuse the fitting, okay? It happens. Well, I already kind of did it here with how crummy this brake line is, but basically, you don't ever, on a rusty brake line, want to use an open-end wrench. If you're trying to save the line, one of these flare nut wrenches, especially, I'm not usually a super brand advocate, but Snap-on is definitely the way to go with these. It's very expensive, but when you want something that's going to bite and grip, they do that. So that would be better because, you can slide this over the end of that line, pretending that line was still there. But even better than that would be to break that line off, cut that line off. Now that line would be difficult to cut if it was in good shape, but basically if you can cut it with a pair of side cutters, it's junk anyways. So by doing that, that opens this up for use with a 6-point socket. Now that 6-point socket is going to grab that rusty fitting a lot better than what an open-end wrench would. So if we take now another trick, I believe these are metric, which would be 14 millimeter. The 9/16 is a standard measurement. It is slightly tighter than what the 14 millimeter is. So we get this on here like that, grab our ratchet, and that one broke loose very nicely. And if it is a little bit stuck, a good little trick would be to grab your hammer, put your socket on, and then hammer on it. You gotta be careful, like this one's on a bracket, so we don't wanna do any damage there, but by hammering on it, you're gonna jostle any rust loose a little bit that's in there, and that'll help it come out. And look at that. So this truck is a 2001, it's 24 years old, doesn't have a high amount of mileage on it, but it's from the Rust Belt, as you can see. And this truck has been oil sprayed. The oil spray, it's not perfect, it doesn't save things forever, but look at how easy that came out after almost 25 years of life in the Rust Belt. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Here we go on one more. Let's see if I can round this off, or this is gonna cooperate. Now, I did use some penetrating fluid. Yeah, see, that one was a little bit too easy there. WD-40 and oil spray really are your friend. There have been a lot of these that I've worked on where you tried this and you would just absolutely round everything off. And anytime you're concerned about breaking this brake line by backing off that fitting, that really means that it's time for a new brake line. Well, that's just absolutely amazing that that didn't break off and that came loose. But look at that. So this thing gets oil sprayed every year or so, but it's still, the oil spray is not perfect. But hey, at least this came out. So that's still, how much time and effort does that save for if everything was absolutely seized in place? And replacing this, 20 some years old. I'm gonna put a new flex hose on it too while we're in here. Now, something else that's nice in a situation like this, where we have a flex hose that's going to a couple of brake lines, is we don't have to worry about getting these fittings out. Since we're replacing this flex hose, we've just got to worry about getting this flex hose out. Now, a couple of ways to do that. One would be a whole lot of WD-40 and patience, or some type of penetrating oil. This one is fortunate enough, this bolt has a nut right down there. So you can get some WD-40 up on that and we could work this back and forth. Some of these banjo bolts are right down inside the axle, so those ones you got to be a little bit more careful of. You can apply heat But you got to be careful of that, because guess what? Brake fluid's flammable. And if this pops off here, we got a little tiny flamethrower pointing right at the fuel tank. So that's a fun situation. Now, what size have I got here? 13 mil. I'll be right back with a trick. So make sure you grab your safety squints for this. This tool right here is an impact driver. And then I've got my 13 mil socket on the end. So what's really cool about this is it's got a spring-loaded mechanism on the inside that you apply pressure with your multi-axis swing press, pull down on the tool, you twist to the left, and then the better swing you can get, the more it'll help here in this situation. So this is a bit of a tight spot, but we're still going to give it a go. To get a good swing here, I think he's moving a bit. Alright, my 13 mil go. Breaks it loose. And then away we go. And when you got something that's real tight, this has been real tight, that tiny weak little swing I could get on this would not have done it. We might have had to do a combination of heat and an impact driver. Not a tool you use all the time. Comes in handy when you need it. Okay, cool. Here's one of those situations where if we were trying to save this brake hose, we wouldn't be able to do it, I don't think. Look at that all crust off and break free on me. Why can't I find an example on my truck for the situation I'm trying to create here? I'm actually not going to ask for something to go more wrong, because it's very rare that things don't. Especially dealing with rust like this. Wow. You guys are just going to have to trust me that these brake lines sometimes twist off and break. Something I thought I'd ever have to say. Get that out of the way. Ouch. Line is sharp. Okay, that's neat. So that wasn't a banjo bolt. There's no fluid that ran through that. Some designs, I'm thinking particularly of a Ford I had worked on, that you had fluid running through a banjo bolt, so it was a hollow bolt. This is a small bolt, but at least it's solid. It makes extraction a little bit easier. Now before we put this back in, we'll clean that up, we'll clean the threads here, and we'll anti-seize that. And that'll make sure that in 25 more years we can get that out nice and easily. Now, one more thing to consider when you're replacing your flex hose is this little clip in behind it. I've soaked this with WD-40, and every time I've oil sprayed this truck in the past, you got to be careful with the oil spray, because the oil on rubber is no good. It'll deteriorate the rubber, but I always try to hit these little clips on any vehicle I work on with a touch of oil, so that one day, inevitably, when it has to come out, it'll actually come out. So for these, I always like to start with a hammer and just tap them a little bit. And that helps break up any rust. And you can see it's a small hammer and I'm not going crazy. And then we'll use a pry bar, our favorite pry driver. And you got to be careful, like I can't pry, this backing plate needs to be replaced. It's going to be, but you got to find a good spot to get in and try to get that thing up and off. So maybe on this one, it looks like, if I come up from down here, that one's on there pretty good. Neato. Put on the old safety squints. They're getting there. Okay, what have I got here? Yeah, this one's in pretty rough shape. So this is gonna be a replacement. Just gotta get this one off. Probably a good idea to just order new ones every time you're gonna replace a flex hose anyways. And that's it. And out goes the old hose. Ready for the new one. You can see what I've got left of that clip there. So basically, as you can see from the side, it's still somewhat intact. This piece slides up against the backer here, and then this part works as a spring to hold pressure on it. Come here, you. And then that's where it clips in to the end of our hose. Ooh, look, a little bit of blood. That's fun. And that's where it clips into the end of our hose. So this hose sits into that little bracket. This clip would slide in there, and it holds everything in place. And this is the bolt on the other end of our flex hose. This, see, I get that out of there. New bolt does not come with the flex hose, so you have to order a replacement bolt, which for the price of this entire job, I would recommend just getting some new bolts. And you can see there that it's hollow. It actually has brake fluid that flows through it, so it's able to flow from the inside of the hose into your caliper. And always, always, always replace these little copper washers that come with it. There's my new flex hose. You can see that a little bit better. So there's a tiny little nubbin. That's the official word. So this is keyed, and it'll slide into this bracket a certain way. These are the new little washers that form the seal. You can see the fluid passage inside the hose here. Flows through your banjo bolt and then down into your caliper and seals up with ease. And this is something I would recommend looking up the torque spec for. If you don't have access to service information and the parts store can't help you out, I have found that ChatGPT is pretty accurate on your torque specs. Most guys on something like this will honestly, they'll just go, tight, okay, cool, it's good. But if you don't work on that a whole lot and you're just not 100% sure how tight is tight, well, that's an easy bolt to break, and then you're in a whole more world of problems. So just torque it, take the time. Grab your torque wrench, torque that up, make sure everything's done right. Plus it's brakes, so you don't have to worry about anything. You know it's gonna be done good. Hope this helps. If you got any tricks for getting rusty brake fittings off, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. Thanks for watching. End of recording.